Good morning, top of the morning to you. Bit chilly, I'm in Victoria, in fact in Melbourne, just out of Melbourne, and it's 8 degrees, a real autumn day. This week I'm going to take you to go and check out some koalas in the wild. Now I know you can go to various zoos throughout Australia and check them out, but these koalas I'm going to show you are totally in the wild. They're just doing their thing, so that's rather exciting. I'll also get up close and personal to a couple of koalas before I head off there. And just to let you know, there's a couple of things to know about koalas. First of all, they're mostly in the eastern side of Australia, in Victoria, New South Wales and Northern Territory, I think it is. It's prohibited to actually hold a koala. So that's something to keep in mind. So if you're desperate to actually get that tourist photo with you holding the koala, you'll need to go to Queensland. There's a couple of places up there. Anywho, it's getting a little bit chilly and I really need to get back to that heater and then get on the road and show you these wonderful koalas.
Head on in behind her, give her a pat all the way down her back. Have you met a koala before?
No.
No? Oh. Well, you might have seen Melly at the gate as well. She was pretty keen to come on out.
Yes, saw that.
Yeah, so she does like to sometimes slide down the gate as well, very dramatic.
So is this, these gum leaves, these eucalyptus, they fresher, or why are they so excited?
Yeah, exactly. So they are fresher. So what we give them in the enclosure is still yummy. We still try and give them the best stuff. But out here we do give them kind of koala chocolate, so the real yummy, juicy leaves. So good incentive to come out is kind of like in their enclosure is their vegetables. Out here is chocolate.
And you say this one's 10?
She's 10, yeah, so 15 to 18 is their lifespan in captivity. A bit less though in the wild, around 10 to 12. So quite a bit less. But
And the female's a little smaller than the males?
Yep, so females around 7 to 8 kilos, she's about 7, and then males can be like 10 to 11, even sometimes in the wild can get up to like 14. But they do eat a variety of eucalyptus, not that many, there is like 900 species. Koalas as a whole eat like 20 to 30.
Really?
Each individual only likes around 5 to 7. Does change seasonally and feels like daily as well. So
Is that why some areas will be more prone or more exciting
to
for
koalas? Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
not living there,
Yep.
but I will live up there.
Yep, exactly. So we always offer them like a variety of species, like we kind of know which individuals like what. But yeah, they definitely have their preference. Like there's some called like peppermint. They just want like
You
maybe
can smell the eucalyptus.
Yeah, so this one's is manna and then bushy yate. So that's kind of their primary diet, and swamp gum. But yeah, there's a couple that they'd only eat for variety, like if they had to, but they're not gonna, make that like a home tree or anything.
Yeah, right.
But only the real juicy tippy parts will they eat, and just chuck the rest on the ground.
Outstanding animal.
I know, it's like just like they've got 2 thumbs, 2 toes fused together. They're just the males are quite territorial.
Yep.
But yeah, so we don't house any males together, but we can house our females.
And that little pouch is sort of down lower of the stomach, just
Yeah,
above
it's kind of like a backwards facing pouch, so that the babies, like in the joeys when they're young, they can drink pap, which is do their mum's food mixed up with the special bacteria. Yeah.
Koalas, are they stoned or totally out of it? No, they're not. They're just a little bit tired. Yes, they do sleep up to 22 hours a day. And the reason they do that is eucalyptus leaves have toxins in it. The toxins are low in nutrition and high in fibrous matter. So that takes a lot of energy to digest. Koalas and gliders are the only mammals that actually can tolerate those toxins. So again, No, they're not stoned and they're not drunk. They're just jolly well tired. When they're young, the mothers teach the joeys to eat a variety of different eucalyptus, try and have a balanced diet. And with that, that also builds up the toxins that prevent parasites getting anywhere near them. So basically that's their own bug spray. Well, generally speaking, in the wild, they live to around about 10 years old. The males don't live as long as the females. There's a good reason for that. And that reason is the fact that males tend to move around a lot more in search of mates, and they're also exposed to the stress of fighting each other. So male koalas tend to fight each other because of territory. The other thing is, because the males are moving around a lot, they're more prone to being hit by a car or attacked by dogs. In a zoo, both male and female koalas tend to live a lot longer because they don't move around as much and they have the expert veterinary assistance when they need it. I'm standing waiting for that ferry, which is just coming over now. I'm in Paynesville, and I apparently just walk onto the ferry. It costs nothing. That's a bonus. And yeah, then I'm going over to the Magic Island to see all those koalas. Woohoo! The koalas' calling cards, so they must have been up this tree at some stage. Because I'm looking up in the trees, check this out. It's an owl, I'm pretty sure. It could be a frog throat or some exotic name. I don't know much about owls, but it certainly looks pretty exciting. And thank heavens I was looking up there at the owl, because I also found another koala.
I'll let you walk first. He's just laying on the ground there.
What a thrill. I'm Australian, I've travelled all around Australia, and I've not seen one wild koala. In this little magic place here, I've just spent just a little bit over an hour, and I would have seen probably at least 25 in the trees. Now, if you do bring children along, you might want to prime them and let them know to really look hard, because it's a bit like a puzzle. Sometimes you look at a tree and think, nothing. Look at another tree, nothing. But you just need to spend that little bit of extra time and a bit of concentration. So I saw a couple of kids walk past 2 trees, nothing, no. Oh, there's no koalas here at all. And there was koalas in both those trees. But well, yeah, what a thrill. It was just so much fun. I really enjoyed it. So if you really do want to see koalas in the wild, this is the place. Oh, while I think of it, I almost forgot to mention, people at Moonlit Sanctuary gave me a family pass for anybody who wants to go to their show to their sanctuary in the next 12 months. So that's a real good giveaway. So if you're over in Japan or America, unless you're coming here in the next 12 months, don't apply for this prize. Now, how to win the prize? All you've got to do is in the comment section below, you just have to tell me why a koala's always so sleepy. Right? All you've got to do is say why a koala's always so sleepy, and pop that in the comments. You also might be a good idea to give me a way of contacting you. Otherwise, you might win the prize and I won't be able to contact you. So good luck on that. And yeah, that's a pretty good prize. Good morning, top of the morning to you. Now, rather than just do the koala trail, I've decided to take, there's a slightly different alternate route you can take. And they don't call it koala trail. They don't indicate that there's necessarily any koalas on it. But it was worth a walk. And beautiful area, especially if you're into fauna and flora. So that's worth checking out. How good's this view? Visage. So this is just, as it's an island, this is just an area that's obviously got like the little jetty. I don't think that's used too often. And there's lots of black swans around here, so absolutely outstanding. So just to let you know, though Raymond Island is great for koalas, and it does indicate the koala trail, some of the other walks definitely will reveal some pretty exciting different views and different looks of the bush. Good morning to you. How are you? I'm walking through the bush, desperately trying to find some more koalas before I leave the island. But there is they do exist, but they're definitely very good at hiding. Well, they're not trying to hide. They're certainly trying to keep away from dogs and anything that might attack them. Oh, this one is just so close. It's the lowest one I've seen. Now, I don't want to freak him, but he is so low to the ground, I could literally touch him. So I'm going to turn around and show you what I'm looking at. As I say, I could literally put my hand up and touch him, or her. And as always, they're sleeping. I'll show you how close he is. Now, I'm not going to touch him, so don't anybody stress that I'm upsetting nature. That's how close he is. He woke up just to do a little bit of poop. This week, all about koalas. It couldn't end in a better scenario. Now, for me, because I don't have a lot of big zooms and all that sort of stuff, in fact, a Japanese guy just passed me, the zoom lens was about this big. Must have been multiple thousands of dollars, plus he had the same thing in a video camera. Anywho, as I was saying, because I don't have a lot of zooms, this is the ultimate to me. So he's about, this koala would be, I don't think he'd be 3 metres off the ground in a little tree trunk. 3 metres, so 9 foot, 10 foot max. And yeah, it's just so good. Koalas here, it's the ultimate, in my opinion, in Australia. It's the ultimate because you're guaranteed, on this little trail, you are guaranteed to see koalas in the wild. And as far as I'm concerned, it does not get too much better than that. So I'm just going to give you a few photos that I took as well, and you can just enjoy those. Love koalas, especially in the wild. There you go. Well, that's it for this week. Normally I'll moan and groan and say, oh, don't forget to subscribe and all that sort of stuff. This week, no, I won't say anything. And next week I can tell you it's all about whether you should just get a normal caravan, semi-off-road or an off-road. Whether there's any difference and whether it's worth paying the extra money, especially if you're going around Australia. So until next week, this is Paul Wheel Drive signing off.